So somehow I hit 100,000 subscribers, which is mind-blowing. I mean, I know in like the grand scheme of YouTube or whatever, like, you know, Jake Paul gets like 15 bajillion subscribers every hour or whatever, like 100,000 might not be all that much, but for me, this is unbelievable. You know, I've done YouTube now for a couple years, and I would watch all these people go through like similar things to what's happening to me right now, and I'd always be like, how the heck does this happen? And in fact, some of you watching this right now might have your own channels, and maybe you're thinking the same thing. Well, let me tell you the secret, okay? Are you ready? I have no idea. Seriously, I've made over 300 videos in like 2.5 years or so, and then all of a sudden just... But really though, whatever happens after this, maybe I'll keep growing, maybe I'll grow faster, or maybe I'll just drop off and I'll become nothing more than a distant memory. But whatever happens, I just want to say thanks. Thanks for watching and enjoying my weird little animations. Now I guess I'm supposed to do some kind of face reveal, but like I have like 250 videos that have my face in them, so ta-da. Originally, I had plans to start releasing merch when I hit about 100,000, but with Christmas and New Year's and Hanukkah and everything happening right now, like, it's probably not the best time, you know what I'm saying? So if you want that kind of thing, like a t-shirt or a hoodie with this weird little dude on it, look for that maybe sometime January, maybe February-ish. Now, I get a lot of the same questions from people about how I do what I do and, you know, how do you draw, how do you animate, that type of thing. And frankly, I'm not really a good resource for any of this stuff because, as I think is painfully obvious, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I just kind of fumble my way through all my videos. I mean, seriously, this is the first drawing I ever did on a tablet. This is where I started from, guys. I started here, and somehow I got 100,000 subscribers. I mean, you could be president. But anyway, the good news for those of you looking to get into art or animation or just YouTube in general or whatever, is that I got this far with like some of the cheapest, smallest equipment you can get. So here is where the magic happens, I guess you can say. Here's the tablet I use. This is just the Wacom Intuos Draw. As you can see, it's basically the size of my hand, okay? This is like the smallest, cheapest Wacom you can get. And I mean, you know, like it's barely big enough for me to draw anything really, but still, you know, it worked. It worked this good. So this is actually what I've been using. Obviously, at some point, I assume I'll get a better tablet. Eventually, because, you know, with this type of small tablet, it's great for starting. Like, everything you've seen me draw up to now has all been done on this guy. But, you know, there's really always so much you can do, and with the size of it, there's only so much detail you can really get into without, like, really having to kind of mess with stuff. So, I'll probably get a bigger one eventually, but this is what I've been using. The microphone I'm using is... It's the MXL 770, which is inside of this thing called a Chaotica Eyeball, which is basically like a portable studio, kind of. I'm not even that good at using it. Like, you can probably hear the plosives in my voice. All the B's and P's are going crazy. So I finally bought this guy. Turns out, $10. Could improve my audio about 1,000 times. So there you go. And it's connected into the, you know, the Focusrite. This thing right here is about $100. Another question I get is about software, like what do I use to draw with? And I can tell you, all my drawings are done here in Adobe Illustrator. That's what I use. Like a lot of people, you see like a lot of them use like Paint Tool Sci, or they use Krita, things like that. And I tried to use those personally, and I just couldn't get the results I wanted. I just couldn't, and it just didn't work for me. Now, to be fair, that's more to do with me and less to do with the program, because I have no idea what I'm doing. But when I started using Illustrator, I found out that I could actually get the kind of thing I was going for using this little guy. Now, maybe if I have a better tablet or something, maybe I'll probably do better with other software. But for now, everything I've drawn is in Illustrator, and then all the coloring I do is just in Photoshop, right there. And then all the animation is just done in Premiere, just frame by frame. You know, it's hours of fun. Now, obviously, this whole Adobe suite costs about $50 a month, and you can use like any Adobe product. You know, if you're a kid or a student or you don't have that amount of money, I mean, Krita is free, and a lot of people have a lot of success with Krita. If you look on YouTube or on Instagram, a lot of great artists out there using Krita. So I imagine if you had access to only something like Krita, you could probably do really good with it if you sat down and worked with it. I found better success with Illustrator myself, but it's up to you. Now, that is one thing I want to talk about here at the end. When I started my channel, I thought I had to have all the best equipment like all the big girls and big boys on YouTube had. I needed that $1,000 microphone. I needed that $2,000 camera with the $800 lens. I needed, you know, $500 lights. I need all this stuff to start my channel. And the truth is, no, you don't. I got to 100,000 subscribers with this little tablet and a cheap $100 microphone. You don't need to spend thousands or even hundreds of dollars on Cintiq tablets or Canon 80Ds or whatever. In fact, most of the big YouTubers you see that have all that stuff, they get them for free anyway. But really, just use what you have and what you can get. So anyway, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching and sharing my videos. I know this is like super corny and everything, but really it does mean a lot. Like I said, I did this for like 2.5 years with not much of anything happening, and then all of a sudden, there you were. So really, thank you.